What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the room. What's happening? Hope you're well. Come on up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about it. Kanye West buys the house across the street from his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian. All right. According to TMZ, it says Kanye bought a $4.5 million home across the street from his estranged wife. So says the Daily Mail. All right. The reason he did it is because apparently he wants to be close to his family. He wants to be close to his children, and maybe Kim. You never know. So, is this a red flag alert, ladies? Let's start with you. Red flag on the play, or is that sweet because it's Kanye?
I think it's sweet and I think it's smart so they can like coexist and be
Can your baby daddy live
co-parents. I think
across the
it's
street from you?
Hell no.
not.
Not hell no. Um, now, now, Charmaine, is it because it's Kanye? That's why it's sweet. Maybe he want her to listen to his new album or something. Is that what you're saying? Oh,
No, Kanye love his kids. I think he just really love his kids a lot and he just want to be in their life and make sure that he's there. That's what I think. I think he just really love his
he
kids a
got
lot.
money. He can get to his kids quick.
Yeah, but he's right across the street. They can just come over. Like, I don't know. I think it's, and they're celebrities. And I feel like it's going to be harder to like maintain a parenting relationship when they're big like they are. I think it's smart. And I actually commend him for that. I don't think it's creepy.
Happy holidays, everybody. What's up, Giles? What's up, Antonella, Charmaine, Jennifer,
Happy
Lotus?
holidays, Rundown.
Happy holidays,
Happy
Rundown,
holidays,
Giles, and
and
friends.
happy holidays,
Happy
Tariq. Happy holidays,
holidays.
Diamond. You too, Jew. Welcome. So y'all not letting y'all exes live across the street now? That's what we doing. It's sweet now. It's cute.
I wouldn't personally, but he does like Charmaine said, he loves his children. He's super involved in their lives. And I feel like Kim would and Kanye would have a good co-parenting program, so it would work for them.
I agree. I think if you both are cordial and can co-parent, I really don't see what the issue is. And plus, their house is like, I'm sure, on a lot of acres, so it's not like they're going to see each other every time they step out
Right,
the house.
right.
Do you guys think a good housewarming gift would be binoculars?
Or a telescope.
No.
They're both never home anyway, so it's not like they're gonna get cabin fever across from each other.
But what if we get locked
Hello.
down again?
Then love lockdown, according to Kanye. Hello. Well, I don't know, man. I just feel like because it's Kanye, y'all capping, but that's me. I'm gonna mute my mic.
No, it's because their lifestyle is different than the regular type of. I couldn't do it, but I feel like it works for them. They have a different type of bond anyways. I think it works for their dynamic of life.
I'm sorry, I'm ordering Starbucks. I feel like Kanye right now.
I want some Starbucks so bad.
You ain't Kanye, nigga.
Hey, Eastside. So the ladies think it's cute because Kanye doing it, but I just have a feeling that if it was someone else.
Wait a minute, don't say the ladies. Jen doesn't think it's cute.
Okay, Jan, then
I was
speak
getting
on it,
shit out of my
Jan.
car. I
Wait,
was
wait,
getting
wait,
shit out
wait,
of my
wait, wait,
car.
wait. Hold up. You know who Kanye got this from, though, right?
I don't care who we
Who
got it
who did he
from.
get it from,
I
Eastside?
I
think
wasn't
that
talking to you. I wasn't talking to you.
Who?
Hold
okay,
up.
but you cut me off.
Well,
I
well,
was talking.
Well,
well,
he
now,
was
but
talking
now,
to
but
me.
now we
You
need to
cut him
know.
off
But now
talking
we
to
need to
me.
know. So who did he get it from?
So Kanye on his recent interview just said Drake will buy a house right across the street from your wife. So guess who's doing it now? I'll mute my mic. Now you can talk.
Hello. Come on now. Now that Drake's doing it, now it's officially okay. Let's talk about it. What up, Chris? Welcome.
What's up, y'all? I got so much to say on this, but I'm gonna wait. Amy G, god damn it.
No, Chris, we want to hear.
Um,
Come on, what you think?
Jesus
Yo, I'm so
Scrivens.
done. I,
Get that right. Get that straight.
I'm weak. So here's my thought, right? It's wild, man. I think that I see it. If I'm a man and I've got kids, and I would definitely want to be around my kids as much as possible if I'm not with the mother of my kid. But I do think that is a bit much to have a house right across the street, especially if there's problems. If you have issues with each other, that seems a little it seems a little much. I won't say stalkerish. I'm not saying that, but I know that if I was in this situation, I wouldn't want that person across the street from me. If I'm trying to keep my distance, I'm trying to end this relationship. I think that both parties should be amicable about that situation. And it just seems like a flex that might not need to happen. But I'm also not Kanye. I'm not Kim. I'm not in their life. I don't really know everything that's going on. But I just think as a person, if I was with somebody, I would probably want my space. But I'm me, and I'm not a multimillionaire, so I guess I'll shut the fuck up.
Okay, am I allowed to say what I was gonna say now? Thank you. So I think if I were
No,
Kim, I'd
actually,
be
no,
actually yes. I think if I were
not.
Kim, I'd be scared, right? Like that nigga has been acting weird since they broke up. And I don't know if anyone has been stalked or not saying that he's a stalker, and I don't know. We know he has mental issues. That shit is scary.
We don't
He could
know
show
that.
up at your back door. The shit is scary, is what I'm saying. I do know that it's scary when you have someone that's obsessed with you and you don't feel the same way.
He's never gonna
So
live in there.
that's
He's
huh?
never gonna live there.
How is he obsessed with her when he's
Wait, I'm
married?
not
He was
saying I'm
married
not.
to
It's
her.
not about him living there. It's about him literally being able to walk across the street and bang on the door whenever he
Well, he don't
wants
gotta
to.
own a house to do that.
He can walk across the street and do it. At least you would see a car coming down the road or something if he wasn't across the
He's
street.
not gonna.
I'm
He's
serious.
never gonna
Just
step
know
foot
that.
on that property.
Just know that my dog ain't shitting on my lawn.
Oh my God, rundown. Shut up. I don't think anything's weird about it. I think it's actually great, and people need to normalize co-parenting like that. When you break up and you still can coexist like that, I think it's wonderful. I don't think anything's wrong with it. I don't think that means he's obsessed with her. I think that means that he's a good father and he wants to
They're
be a part
not
of his kid's life.
coexisting though. That's the thing. If it was an amicable breakup, then yeah, I agree. It would be great. You guys know how I feel about parents. My parents lived in the same house because they were married until my dad died. So of course I feel like there should be two parents there. But they're not going through a good breakup. Maybe he should wait until it
Can,
at least
can I
got.
come over and ask for some sugar?
I don't think
Hell
anything's
the
wrong
fuck
with it.
no. Not if I'm Kim and you're Kanye.
My
Maybe he
mom.
wants to be near Pete Davidson.
Oh shit!
Yo,
Relax.
violence.
No, my mom. She was an executive assistant to this. How can I say it? And this he owned a $1 million company or a multi-million-dollar company. Him and his wife, they lived in the same compound, or his ex-wife, they got divorced and she moved in the same compound, and they made it work for their kids.
Yeah, I also don't think it's a place that he's gonna stay at. Like Kanye's been really doing a bunch of interviews saying that he don't really want a house and he's trying to do this nomad thing. I think it's really just a spot for when he's in town. He could just have his kids come over without being in Kim's space. He ain't gonna be there 24/7 trying to get her back.
That's true.
That's a good point.
And provides a nice, safe place for the kids. And if they're uncomfortable, they can just run across the street and go back home.
Nah, he ain't gonna do that. Y'all crazy. That's funny as hell. He not gonna do that.
You're gonna hear helicopter drone sounds while you shower. Hello.
You're annoying.
Hey man, I'm just saying. Um, I'm calling the police on you for loud noises at night. I am probably gonna egg your house if you don't answer my calls.
It'll be on camera.
He got money. He'll figure it out.
It's chess, not checkers. He playing chess. He just playing mind games with her. I bought the house right across the street. Every time you go in your driveway, you gotta think of me. Oh, Kanye owns that home. He's playing fucking chess with
Facts.
the game, man.
That's what I think. That's not healthy.
I mean, hey, everything ain't he ain't healthy, so hey.
I feel like Kim will drive him nuts even more. I think she'd just like invite all kind of randoms over just to see what he would do. She would play that game. Or it could be reversed. He could just like live his best bachelor life across the street.
I think it's a gesture to see how far he can go because I read somewhere that he wanted her back. And maybe this is just one of his extreme gestures of how far he's willing to go to get her back.
True.
I just wonder why you think it's real and that the breakdown is like tough. So maybe that's just for
No, I
media.
well, I don't think Kanye. I don't. I just think Kanye is different and misunderstood. I don't think he's having mental issues. I don't think. I just don't see that. Um, it's just
I
all.
agree. I don't either. People always say that he's crazy, he's this and that. Well, he ain't that damn crazy because he's a billionaire. Let's just start there. He's created several businesses. So I'm just saying, like, he's not that crazy. And honestly, from what I've seen, he seems like he's a good father. She ain't never said he was a bad
Right.
father either. So like, our world is fucked up. Like, I think if honestly, even though I can't stand Mackenzie's dad, but if he was mature enough, I wouldn't care if he did that because we could coexist together. When I have to work, it would be easy to be like, okay, go across the street to your dad. Like that shit would be great, actually. Now that I'm
Charmaine, you
thinking
know
about
damn
it.
well you be leaving the house with your revealing outfits and stuff at night.
No, I
Uh,
wouldn't. I don't even think about
you
him. Like,
you you you'd press the unlock button and lock it again so that the horn beeps, and then be like, "Oops, let me unlock it again," and then lock it again so that the horn beeps. You gonna
I
see
am
this
petty,
outfit,
but I don't
motherfucker.
think I'm petty, but I don't know if I would do that. I don't know. I probably would, but I don't know. But I think it would be dope to have if he was mature enough to be across the street. I think it would be
You'd be
dope,
ordering your own
honestly.
flowers and having them leave the
No, I wouldn't
doorstep
do no shit like that. No.
Or watering the grass in your
in,
Daisy
in
Dukes
your
like
Miss
Miss
Parker
Parker.
outfit. Yep.
No, I would do that because I'm petty.
He gonna put like signs. Please take me back.
He knows I don't want his ass, but I just want to be a father. That's probably what I'm about to die.
No,
My
don't
No,
dog
say
you're
is
that.
not.
dying. Sorry.
God bless her, May.
Who said that? Was that Giuseppe?
May, yeah.
Oh, that wasn't Giuseppe. I thought that was Giuseppe.
Is this the house that's on the at the top?
And that's a nice
Yeah, that's the
house too.
house.
I was just looking at it. So is this his only house in LA? I wonder if this is his only house.
I think he has the house in Malibu also.
He probably even gonna
In
get it.
Wisconsin, I think, right?
What'd you say,
Like
Christina?
Or Miami?
wasn't Pete Davidson in his camp at one point, like a friend of his or something, ran in his circle. Like maybe he's doing it to fuck with Pete Davidson, you know?
Y'all really think that Kim really with Pete Davidson?
Yeah, I don't think that's real.
Nah.
That's a,
Yeah, I don't think so either.
that's
Mm-mm.
another. This should be funny as hell, boy.
They going strong though. They riding it all right.
Are they? I'm about to
I
look.
think so. I think she wants something different, completely different from what she's used to, and I think Pete Davidson fits the different from what she's looking for.
That's funny.
4.5 million in LA doesn't get you a lot if you're a billionaire. So that's definitely not going to be a main residence.
Yeah, I think he just settled for the closest house to her that just happened to be that much. Hello.
That's a fact, Giles.
4.5 million
Yeah.
gets you a little McMansion by the Beverly Center.
That's a
Y'all are
fucking
crazy if she
fact.
thinks she likes Pete Davidson.
That's a
Mm-mm.
fact.
That's not
That's
even
not
This
a
ain't.
real.
joke either.
Yeah, this ain't 1995. 1995, you could get something up in top of Beverly Hills for that. They going for 10 million and more now.
Do y'all see them getting back together? Do you think they will? Anybody?
No, I don't think so.
For shits and giggles.
I mean, I think this is the reason why Kanye is actually doing what he's doing. It's a power move. It's not the fact that he's actually going to live in this space. It's the fact that he wants Kim to know that he's going to be there at all times. If Homeboy really wanted to stay close to her, he could stay 30 minutes away in a $60 million Malibu mansion. I mean, this isn't rocket science.
They are together. And I'm fucking with you.
Hello, hello.
Hey, hey, probably is, Joe. Real shit.
I love Kanye, man. I think Kanye is a genius. I think he is far from what people predict him to be or depict him to be. I mean, um,
I'm
I think he What's up, MJ? What up, Goddess?
Until
I'm
the
give you
until the
my
divorce
honest.
is final, I don't believe it. I don't
I'm
believe
gonna give you my honest opinion on this from doing all the research and seeing everything that was going on and what Kanye West said, what she said. Kanye, she's been trying to pass the, she's been trying to pass the legal bar for some time, and she's been having difficulties getting to it. And soon, I don't know what's going on. It seems like they were setting her up or just doing dumb stuff. But as soon as she leaves Kanye, that she automatically passed the legal bar to be a lawyer now. And I don't know if they were trying to remove her from a black, quote unquote, black man. But as soon as she leaves Kanye in the media, now all of a sudden she passes it. And also, that she trying to change from being a woman with, like, the sex scene into a woman with like a collar shirt now. She's trying to put on a collar shirt and be that politician or whatever they call him, whatever they call him now. So I just think it's just set up to where she has to clean her ass in order for them to let her gain that power.
I never thought about that, but that's a good. Okay, that makes sense, kind of.
So you think Pete Davidson's the move for that?
He's the move for everything.
Hello.
He's white.
Ooh, and he's a comedian, so everybody loves comedy.
Hello.
His father died in the 9/11, I guess on the plane, so he has a little bit of patriotic history, if you will.
Damn, that's crazy. I ain't know that. That's my boy, and I ain't know that. That's crazy.
But you know what? I think that if I was in a position, this is MJ speaking, if I was in a position where my man was trying to win me back and I wasn't having it and he bought a house across the street from me, I mean, I would I would I would be curious to know what else he's got in store, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna
But
put the
who
for sale
says she
sign up.
ain't having it though? Like she didn't even file for divorce.
I
That's
thought she
true.
filed.
I just that's no, she didn't. She hasn't filed yet.
Once you give up your heart, you're gonna give up your parts, and that's a fact. So I mean, if she's hanging around this Pete guy, and who knows, she might fall in love. If she does, she gives away the parts, and that's it. He's gone. Kanye's out the picture.
Man,
Maybe
she
When a
maybe
woman's
she could
fed
save
up,
on
there
legal
ain't
fees.
nothing you could do about
she
it.
gonna
We're gonna
run
start
laps
quoting
around Pete,
songs.
man. Y'all better. This Pete shit ain't gonna work. She gonna
You
run
gotta
laps
wait till
around.
she's hungry again, and
I don't understand what Pete has to offer, really.
probably he has the Peter. Never mind.
I was about to say he probably got that Pete. He probably got that Pete. That's
I don't think so. I don't even think she's
don't judge a
attracted to
book
him
by
like
its
that.
cover because you don't know.
But she might be. I don't know. You never know.
Make a girl laugh and you can do anything.
You right
That's
about
true.
that.
That's
You
true,
definitely right
Giles. Oh
about
my God,
that.
Man,
that's
Kim
fucking
ain't got the
true.
time to put up with a nigga like that.
I don't know, man, because one time this girl laughed at me when she won the court case, and I wasn't able to do anything.
Oh my
Excuse
God. Would you move
rundown.
across the street from your baby mama?
Just playing. Would I do what?
Would you move across
No.
the street from your baby mama?
He don't
No.
want his baby mama
Why would I do
back.
that?
There's a
Oh yeah,
difference.
okay, okay.
Yeah. Now listen, if if I messed up or something, and I knew I was in the wrong, and I would go to the drastic measures to prove. I don't know about spending all that bread. Um, I might do skywriting or something. Hello, come on, skywrite. Say I'm sorry.
Oh, that would be sweet.
Yeah, but it'd be a cloudy day.
Take
My luck.
me back.
Take me back, and then they're gonna be mad dudes milking that shit, saying they did it for their girl.
Right.
But yeah, if I don't know with, but does anybody know why they broke up? Or
Donald Trump, he heard Donald Trump ran through it when she went to
oh,
the White House.
Stop.
he found skin tan on her
Yeah.
body.
Hey,
And what
Rundown,
he
can
say
I can
when
I
Pete
can I
had
add to that?
cancer?
What's up, man?
So, and like my opinion with their relationship when he started running for president and he wasn't home, he was around the nation, country to country. She didn't want to deal with all the BS that the extra shit that he put her through. Sorry, I'm driving, but um seatbelts on now. But so yeah, long story short though, I feel like she just got sick and tired of the fact that he didn't even know really where he wanted to put his energy and emotion. The reason why Kim got with Kanye in the first place is because of his freaking himself. Like, they were best friends, y'all. You got to remember that they were best friends before this. And
He cheated
Kanye,
on Amber Rose.
what'd you say right now?
Nothing.
Well, basically, long story short, I just think that she got sick and tired of the politics going on in the relationship, where she doesn't even really, she's just starting her law career. And yeah, absolutely, what somebody said earlier could be true, you know, kind of stepping away from that to get a little bit more serious, or be taken more seriously in that field.
Is this thing on?
Oh,
I was just
I was
I
about to
was like,
say.
oh.
I thought my phone was about to disconnect.
I thought it was my phone. Me too. I was like, oh shit, my service.
I was
Um,
gonna say, not to mention that he was really disrespectful to Kris Jenner and his wife during when he was running for president. I mean, he wrote on Twitter that Kris Jenner was Kim Jong, or what did he say? Chris Jong Un. And then he mentioned that he was trying to divorce Kim for some time now, and they were like white supremacists. So I think it's just a combination of everything, and she just got tired of it.
He's probably telling the truth though.
Well,
Y'all
I
really
mean,
think that she trying to get over him, or oh he?
What'd you say, Esai?
but what about Drake? What about the whole Drake thing? Like,
That's who she need to get with.
Drake ain't going
hold
for
on,
that. Stop it! Don't do that.
hold on 1 second, y'all. I mean, I'm not a messy ass dude, but I just like to bring up what the mess that people talk about, and what I have talked about, what I have heard over the last couple years is, that Kiki Do You Love Me song is about Kim. That's the rumor. And I'm not about to be happy about that if one of the other top artists in the world made that song and it's directed at my wife. Like, that might start some shit in our household. Who knows?
Yep. We don't even know what they really be going through. Like they could be Kim could be doing some shit. You don't even know.
Oh yeah, what you be doing, Charmaine?
Yeah. Chilling,
Cap,
relaxing, being a good citizen to society.
Good
being a
answer.
menace
Good
to society.
answer.
Yeah, for sure.
A great citizen.
Well, I love Kanye, man. He definitely. I like this album over Drake's. Let's just put that out there. Shouts out to Drake too. But I think Kanye is doing his thing. He's definitely having an amazing year with his album and the Billy and all the money he's making. Hate to see families break up, but they break up for whatever reasons. Sometimes it's best for the kids. Sometimes it's over dumb shit. Um, but I just do want to mention that Kanye is. I don't think he's what people think he is. I think he's beyond, and we're gonna appreciate Kanye 10, 20, 30 years from now way more, because we don't understand it. That's the problem that usually happens. Those that are most misunderstood, we usually understand them when they're no longer with us. So give that man his
This is my
flowers.
question. This is my question. Why you need to understand someone right now? I think only you need to respect the people, let the people fuck do what they wanted to do it, and in the future you say, "Hey, I remember you."
Yeah, but some people, I believe, are angels on earth. Not saying that Kanye is, but there's definitely God sent people. And the reason why I analyze people so that I can learn from them and take a page out of their book so I can add it to mine, because I feel like they're talented. God sent people that
Oh
we
yeah,
that,
he's
that are,
amazing. Yes, of course. I
yeah, I mean,
understand
people,
that.
people are here for so we can learn from them. So sometimes we see their flaws and they remind us that they're human too, and it reminds ourselves that we're human. and it reminds us that we're all equal. And then
Yes.
sometimes they do things that we can't do, and it reminds us that they're inspirational, and it
Yes,
depends
of
on the person
course,
you are.
this is true. But I have a question for you. What you learn about yourself for the past 2 days? About you, only you. You do something very significant the past 2 days. You learned something about yourself in the past 2 days?
Me, yeah, I learned a lot about myself in the last. Well, I tried to. I think in a couple days, 2 days, and I said, oh, okay, well, I learned those 2 days. Sometimes it's hard to understand what you're doing in real time because you're living in it.
Yeah,
And when you,
because you're not able to see what you live in, what now.
which is why
Maybe
we
you
have,
see in the past 2 weeks.
which is
Maybe you
why,
will see
which is
yourself
why
in
we
two
have other
weeks.
people. Which is why we
Yes,
have other people. So instead of looking at ourselves in real time, we can look at other people and learn from them. So to answer your question, whatever they're doing is teaching us. You know, it's
yes,
sometimes it's
this is
negative.
true.
Sometimes it's negative, and we learn the type of people to avoid. Sometimes it's
But
positive.
let me tell something for you. The negative person is the best one in your life. Do you know why? You learn so much about yourself when you have someone is negative around you, better than you have someone is, make you proud.
I can't agree with
Is
that. Mm-mm.
no.
No. Why would you want to have negativity around
No,
you?
no, 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 no. Is this is not the point. I don't want to have negative people around me, but my point is, if you have, I don't want to have negative people around me, but with the case I have, someone is negative, I go learn by the mistake for me be better, be a better person. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I know what you
Um,
mean. I have this saying, and it's a known saying. But in order for you to learn how to get up, you must fall first. So
Yes, of
sometimes,
course.
sometimes people
Of course,
come in your
because
life.
let me tell you something. With everything is perfect. With everything is perfect in your life. What you learn about perfect, you're happy. You don't have nothing to learn, But when you fall, I think the people need to fall before walk. You need to fall before walk. And when you fall, especially me, Rosie, I fall hard. And I walk very fast. After I fall, I walk very fast. This is the way I learn. Maybe not whole world learn the same way as me, but this is the way I learn.
All right, thank you. Anyone else would like to share on this topic?
And thank you guys to have me.
Thank you, thank you.
I think he bought the crib, honestly, just to be close to his children whenever he's in town. His real home is his bag, as he stated in his interview. And that's pretty much what I see.
How many kids do you have?
Kanye has 4.
Four? What's the age of your kids? I have three.
No, no, Kanye, not me.
Oh,
Kanye.
Kanye. Okay, I have three kids, and I will tell you, it's not
No,
easy.
I was talking about the situation,
Oh,
the
Kanye.
topic.
Oh. Now I understand you're
Sorry.
talking about. Yes, 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 yes. I understand right now. I have three, and I go tell it's three pennies, 21, 18, and 16. But it's my beautiful pennies in my life. It's the love of my life.
All right, so I want to reset real quick. I want to also bring up some more people to the stage and hear some more opinions. So this room is about Kanye West. According to TMZ, Kanye West buys the house across the street from his ex-wife Kim Kardashian for the purposes of being close to his family, being close to his children. If you are in the audience raise your hand. Let's bring you up to the stage. I do want to ask some more people and hear more voices. So go ahead and raise your hand. Let's share your opinions. And maybe you have some more details for us. I'm going to bring you guys up one at a time. What's up, Drew? And anyone else that's new who hasn't spoke, feel free. Go for it.
Hey, how are you? I just think that this move can be good and can be bad at the same time. What I'm projecting is that at some point we're gonna see Kanye be on America's Most Wanted. So, and this is I think this is a stalker move.
Wait, hold on, Drew. Why
So,
you say that? Let's give some info behind that. Why would you say that?
well, because obviously, when you're getting divorced, you don't think of your ex-husband buying the house right across the street from you. I mean, obviously you know that's a stalkerish that's like a stalker move kind of a thing. And not only that, but you know
Maybe he's trying
Kanye.
to buy the block. Maybe, you know.
Well, maybe he is. But it's one of those things where, the last time I checked, Mr. Kanye has a bipolar disorder and he's got all kinds of disorders. So it's one of those things where I hope that this wasn't like one of those impulse buys where, oh, hey, I have to buy a house across the street from my ex-wife. It just, I mean, it sounds crazy, but I think that's where this is headed. So.
Hey everybody. I'm
Well, I
gonna
just closed my Zillow tab. Thank you, Drew.
Oh
What's
my God.
what's up? Who is that? Yana, is that you? Go for it.
yeah, that's me. It's Yana. Hey everybody, I'm Yana. So I agree with Father Drew. It could be one of the two. It could be either or. Like clearly, we all don't know his life. We don't know their life. We don't know their dynamic. We don't know if they're in a healthy place right now, or if they're in a bad place right now. And this was an impulse move, and he on some crazy shit. Um, But I thought he was dating somebody else. Like that's nobody has mentioned that. Like he was dating the model Venetria. So and they've been at public events together. So and she's 22. So he was dating like a 22-year-old model. So I'm confused as to the house move. And I'm wondering, is it, like I said, one of the two things. It's either he's moving closer to be with the kids and this, everything is fine between them, or he's doing it on some as a power move or like on some obsessive type shit. Like I ain't going nowhere and you ain't taking my kids from me. And even if you think you about to, I got a house right across from you type shit. So um there's never gonna be a way that you're gonna keep your kids from me even if we are not together. It could be that type of aspect, or it could be, we're cool. We were once friends. You clearly have moved on. I clearly have moved on, and we're just co-parenting. It could be cool, but it's just like, we don't know his mental state. You know what I'm saying? And so it's up in the air, and it's just like nobody knows. None of us know him personally, so it could be one of the two. I'm leaning more towards it might be on some you're not about to take my kids from me type shit. And even if you think you about to take them, hey, I'm right across the street. And I could be at the
Are
house
you
like everybody's
insinuating that
saying.
he might be questioning every man that comes to her door? Like, bro, I'm the
I
male.
don't think he's going to take it to that extreme, but I
Like,
think just for
like,
the measures
bro,
of
I'm
you're
I'm
not
the
going to
mail,
keep my kids from me type situation. And
bro.
even
I'm
with
the mailman. I'm the mailman. Chill out.
he childish, but even with them having money and them being on the go all the time, she usually takes the kids with her a lot of times, or either the kids are with one of her siblings, but usually the kids are with her. And so primarily she could be like, well, the kids are with me and I don't feel comfortable with them because he knows where she lives, of course. But now that he has a house right across from her, it's on some shit like, you can take the kids with you, but eventually you gotta come back home. At some point, you gotta come back home. And so there's going to be a time in a space where I get to see my kids. Like you're not about to not let me see my kids. And I don't think he thinks that she was. I don't even think that she would even be on some shit like that. But she's worried about his mental stability. Like even when watching the show, a lot of it was about his mental stability and where he was. And she was admitting on the show, she was like, he's been all over the place. And so with him not having, that mental stability, and honestly, I don't know their relationship, but I'm just saying like in a leading aspect when it comes to between them two, It could be either, the mental aspect and him having the mental issues, or it
Break
could be like you guys said, her trying to get this lawyer image because we see she removed the implants. So it's just like, she could be on some, on some new. This the new me, and I'm moving on.
breaking news. Kanye West buys a mobile home and parks it in front of Kim's house.
Yeah, you stupid.
He said it.
Just kidding.
That would have been funny as shit.
I'm
Wait, she took
playing.
out her
Yeah, she
implants?
took out her implants.
Wow,
What
that's
Wow.
implants?
insane.
Her butt
Her
Oh
butt
implant?
wow.
implants.
No, her boobs.
I was wondering where that ass went.
Cause
Wow.
and literally they showed, and I was like, damn, like they showed the before and after pictures. But Kim has always been very slender and very like flat. Like that's just how she's all. Even when she was younger, that's just how she was. Now, of course, when you get older, weight gains in different areas. Sometimes you get a little plump, but not that damn plump. So we already knew she had implants. It's just she kind of
Yeah.
set the scene, but being natural is now in, right? So it's just like, and she considers herself a trendsetter. So it's just like, if I take these out, with I'm pretty sure she kind of feels the weight of the responsibility from the whole people going to get those, Brazilian butt lifts and stuff, and almost dying and shit from getting illegal butt injections and shit. Cause she set the forefront for that. I mean,
Facts.
let's be real. So I'm pretty sure that she probably feeling some of that weight. Like, look, I'm pretty sure and for some time that shit is uncomfortable as fuck too. So I'm pretty sure she's been wanting them shits out, and probably she's been having health complications. She is getting older,
I
and
got
that's how a
a
lot of people say it is. Even with K Michelle's
I
same
got a question.
situation.
So do you think, and maybe this is a question for the room, is do you think that Kim wants to do anything with Kanye, or wants to even think about him? Because from what I understood from the Christmas party was that she shunned Kanye from the party and the pictures and all that stuff, or something was just not right, right?
Yeah, and don't forget, Kim supposedly is building a bunker. There might be some deeper shit going on that we're not aware of that he feels he needs to keep his third eye open for.
I heard he's building a tree house so he can look over her when she get in the car.
I always wanted a tree house when I was a kid.
Me too.
I
Y'all
want to
got
know.
scars on y'all knees now. That's why.
I
Sure
don't have no
do.
scars on my knees.
I want to
You
know
stupid.
by law if someone lives next door to you, can you get a restraining order from them?
I
No,
think
Ooh,
in a
that's a good
certain
question.
amount of feet.
Yes, you
And remember,
can.
those houses are huge. So it's not like they're going to be like some normal shit where it's like you across the house, I could see your window type
But
shit.
if he drive by,
That
uh,
shit is acres and acres and
Hidden
acres.
Hills not that many like that. It's not like that.
Gotta stay
He got to
100
drive by
feet,
the
right?
street. Yeah, if
He
he
got to
drive
come out
by
the
her
gates.
street, so he got a case. If he drives by, if he leaves his home, he has to back up, go to the driveway, and drive down the street. She could possibly be driving down the same street. So you got to factor all these factors in. So how they gonna do the restraining order? It's a lawful power chess move. I'm thinking. I'm just unsure, but that's just my opinion.
Well, like we said, his stability and his mental state. That's primarily, I feel like, what is the issue here. I mean, he with bipolar disorder. I don't want to offend anybody, but I have been in relationships with people who have bipolar disorder. It varies from person to person. It's not the same, and it can be on the scale. But from my experience, when people are not on a medication, or if they're not on any medication at all, it's mood swings left and right. Like, so they could be one moment they may be good, and something may trigger them, and then boom, they be on some, you know, you better run for your life type shit. So it could be one of the two, but it's just we don't know his range, we don't know his mental stability, we don't know his mental status. But the interviews that Kanye has done, even the one in November where he was talking about Big Sean and all that, Kim is waiting for him to have a full meltdown, basically. That's what she's waiting for. So this is not stupid, okay? Just to believe she's trying to find some legal way to probably force him to sell that house. And she can't do it if he's not a actual threat to her, or he hasn't made threats to her. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Like, restraining orders don't just work like that. Like, I've had them before. Like, and I'm talking about as a me Fallon. Like, it don't work like that. You have to actually prove that this person is doing something, or your life is at
Right.
risk. You see what I'm saying? And if there is a threat that was had or that was given, you gotta have proof of that. Meaning you gotta have somebody who was there and witnessed it, or somebody, it can't be a, he say, she say. It gotta be either you got text messages, you got voicemails, you got the judge want to see
Right.
that. They want to hear that before they sign anything, because a lot of times people do, they get upset with someone and they'll try to go and run and file a restraining order and on some false narrative type stuff.
Right.
And so just especially because of COVID and everything, and in the midst of COVID, I had a phone. So it's just like they're not playing that. And the judges, they're not even in the courtroom. Like, I mean, where I'm at in my county, bruh, she came out in her robe. Like, you go into the jail of town. And she was right behind the screen. Like, you go and you talk to somebody. Like, imagine a ticket holder. And you go into AMC to get a ticket. Bruh, she was behind there with that full gown on. And she was like, well, I need to see some evidence. So yeah, a lot of them, they're not playing that. And now that court is now in session, because of COVID, everything is slowly opening up. We're about to have to shut down again. But
And me, I'd be a very petty ass mailman. I tell Kanye, for about a couple mil, I'll slide a recorder in her house. If you
I think everybody's bipolar. I hate that word bipolar because I feel like every human being on this earth is bipolar, so I hate that diagnosis. But
So
am I
true.
am I the only one that thinks Kanye is not crazy? I don't think he's crazy.
I don't think
I
he's
don't
crazy
think
I
he
hope
either.
we
I
is
don't
think
not.
hear on
he's
no Kanye
crazy.
slander.
I resonate with him when he talks. I be
Charmaine,
like, so maybe I'm crazy
Absolutely.
too.
Charmaine, ain't no
Absolutely.
bone in my body. Bye. Sorry.
No, everybody's bipolar. I don't care. Especially men. Don't even get me started.
Oh
But
no,
I'm
we
not gonna go
definitely
there.
not finna do this.
No, we not.
But it's in between. You know how people stay together for marriages, right? Or for the children. They stay together for the children. Even if they're unhappy for a long time, they tend to stay around because they don't want the kids to have a broken home. And they know that them being out of the picture will highly dramatically affect the children, especially when the children become of age and they know what's going on. They know that mommy and daddy is splitting up. He was on some shit like, do I stay and not be happy and be miserable? And I feel like this is where he was at. Like, do I stay, not be happy and be miserable and feel like the life is fucking draining from my ass? Or do I, leave because what's causing my mental instability is being in this damn relationship? Like, it could be that. It could very well be that. We I'm not into conspiracy shit, but to say. So it's just like, every male, they tend to, it's always something. So it's just like, I mean, it could just be, he's sick of just doing everything that he's had to do, especially just to protect their image. They're very protective of their image and the public and, protecting their legacy, really. And he's really on some, when you married me, we were creating our own legacy. Fuck your family legacy. Like, like when you married me, we became one. Now we should be creating our own legacy together, but you too focused on wanting to do what you want to do with your family, and you letting your family run up in here and tell you all this other type of shit, and now you acting funny towards me and I'm supposed to be your husband. I feel like
That
it can't be
part.
shit like that.
That part.
So
I feel like Yana, you have a point on that because I feel like that's why he wanted to buy the house originally in Wyoming, to have that life away from that loud LA and California life that he was living. And he wanted to just be stable there and create everything on the land in Wyoming and Cody. And then things just didn't work out that way. She wanted to stay in that lifestyle that she's in, and it's just a very fucked up situation.
yeah, she wanted to put business first, and it's just like
Exactly.
you can't do. I mean, I'm not saying you can't do both. You can do both, but there has to be a compromise. And then when both
Your heart
parties are
has to
not
be
willing
in
to
it.
make that compromise, then it's like,
Yep.
hey, this shit ain't gonna work. Like
Exactly.
somebody need to be found for something.
Yep.
Because it's like you can't keep dragging the kids. Y'all got kids now. It's not like it's just y'all two. So you can't just keep
Mm-hmm.
dragging kids. Your kids are actually looking on the internet. They could see all these stories about mommy and daddy. So it's just
Right.
Right.
like there's no way to protect them from this. Hell, if school is in, you can go to school, and I'm pretty sure they probably are homeschooled or some shit. But even then,
No,
they
they're
still
not
have access to the
homeschooled.
internet. You know,
They go to school.
I mean, even if they do go,
Mm.
but my point is, wherever they go, social media
I
is
think
everywhere. So
Shell
it's
wanted
just
to
like
say something. Shell, because I seen you come off your mic. Shelly.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. But I also don't think he's crazy. I agree with you.
Okay, good. Because I'm like, I resonate with
That
him,
man,
and
that man ain't
I
crazy.
don't think he is. I
And
be feeling him.
we not doing no Kanye slander.
I love Kanye
On
West.
God.
That's right.
Hey, if you had a back, if that man just in the future, bro, like he understand the importance of family. I don't know the intricacies of their situation necessarily, but he's saying I don't give a fuck about that other shit. Like he showed us, he helped all of us evolve when he chose to go after a woman after she became popular for having sex on camera with another man. And he came out, he like, nigga, I don't care, nigga. I love her. That's about to be mine. Like he showed us a whole nother level of maturity, manhood, and love. And then he wifed her up and had 3 children with her, built a family, an empire, and all that shit on God. You know,
Facts.
like that's powerful for a man to say that I'm not worried about this other shit that we conditioned to be worried about. And he's saying that now. He's saying my wife says she don't want to be with me. I'm gonna fight for it. Like it's cool. It's cool to try to fight for the bad girl on the internet that's in being her DMs and all this other stuff, try to impress her with money or whatever it is. But when you fighting for your family, we think it's a spectacle. To like, oh, look at Kim on the internet with this other dude, and she out and this and that, and Kanye crazy. That man is fighting for his family, bro. That might be the greatest fight of your life.
So he's not a simp? I'm confused.
Fuck no, he not no
Hell
simp.
nah.
No, I think it's an
If that
interesting
make you a simp, then we should
context
be simping then.
on who men call other men simps. Like Russell Wilson's a simp, but Kanye isn't. I'm just making an observation.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. But ladies, how old is Kim? First of all, she about touching 40 now.
41, no?
Okay,
41.
okay. How
Yeah, she's 41.
everybody talk about Kanye West, mind state and bipolarism and all this weird stuff. For her to be a 41-year-old woman with 5 kids and divorce her husband, not complete, just being with him, and to go jump into a whole nother man, have a man with her kids. What do y'all think about her mental stability? Just doing, and she's being an A-list celebrity and all that. What do y'all think about that?
She's exercising her options.
She
Well,
got
the
I
5
like that
kids.
well,
answer.
the good thing about her is that she passed the baby bar exam,
No,
which is a step in the direction that we want.
wait.
Yeah.
Hold up. We ain't finna just get. I know about the bar already. I'm just saying that's normal for a woman to just jump into another relationship that quick at being 41 years old.
That's a fact. No, you're right.
There's no telling
It's
how
not
long her and
that
She
Kanye
has
have
a
been
lot of
estranged though.
friends. She lives
You
with
could
her
be
son.
married and
They
be
were just
estranged,
on red
meaning like
carpets. They were
y'all
just
not
on red.
talking
They were just on red carpets,
as a
all
public
lovey dovey.
appearance, but after that, they could have went back to regular. I'm
Yeah,
not
but
talking to
still,
you.
that's what they
Exactly. Like
kids. That's what they kids.
we don't
That's
know
what they
what's
kids
going
and
on
all.
behind closed doors. Like it could be
They
No,
were
so
really
probably
bad.
so y'all
together
gonna
for
pull
a
the
long
excuse card.
time.
All right, bet,
How
cool,
is
bet.
that the excuse card? We literally don't know.
It's Kanye
You got that
West.
number?
But
Like,
I mean, she still have kids. So if she put in a public figure eye and it reflects on her kids,
Yeah, but honestly
why doesn't
speaking,
it
he's
can
been
you
reflect?
at
imagine how
basketball
many
games with a
people are
22
in
year
her
old.
life
Like, what are you talking
regularly?
about?
All right,
He
y'all
has
pulling
literally been at a
I don't
basketball
think
y'all
game with
it's
a
pulling the
healthy
woman.
for
card.
either
Okay, I
one
just
to
wanted to
answer
see.
your
I just
question,
want to see
Eastside. I
what
don't think people
accountability
should
was.
jump
At.
right.
Yeah, but Eastside, you're forgetting that he
Okay,
totally put her
never mind.
down and like
Hold on, wait.
said
Dr. Megan
mean.
was talking. Y'all just talking over her. Go ahead, Dr.
I'm
Megan.
good because I don't talk over
No,
people.
go ahead, Megan, because I know you got something to say. I need to hear this.
All I was saying is that I agree with you. I don't think it's healthy for either one of them. I don't think it's healthy in general for people to be in long-term relationships that are not healthy and then to just jump into other relationships without trying to heal themselves and do something in between. That just makes more bad relationships.
All,
But
That's
who
a
said
all I
fact.
she
was trying to
jumped
say.
though? Because Kanye was living in a whole other house for like a long time. Like they were separated before they actually
But
They
Renee,
just
separated.
had a
that
Jump
wasn't
is
a
a
baby.
long
figure of
time.
They
speech.
just had
Because
a damn baby, don't
you
they?
don't do that when you have
No,
kids.
no,
And
Renee.
jump is a
Also, it wasn't
figure
a
of
long. Like,
speech.
what do you establish as a long time? Because it actually wasn't
Well,
a long
because
time.
didn't he
Like that
work
was.
on a whole album away from her? Like, and it
Yeah,
took.
no. So the issue was he was out of the house a lot. He wasn't living outside of the house. It was just a lot of separation based on the production of that album, and that's when the infidelity happened as well. Like he was in the studio a lot. He ended up doing some shit with a woman he shouldn't have, being away from home. But he wasn't living away from home. They weren't separated at that time. The separation was fairly recent. And if you listen to Kim talk before, like this other dude was in the picture, even right before, like even when that stuff came out, she was saying like the divorce isn't final. She's torn. She don't know what to do. Right. So even this shit, like we still got to understand they're not divorced yet. Like that's why he's still calling her his wife. That's why he's still fighting because the shit she going through, And I imagine, I can't speak for the man, but I imagine what his train of thought has been. He's probably, I don't give a fuck about you dealing with that nigga. Matter of fact, I don't care if you fuck that nigga. Like you, my wife. Like Kanye is not. I don't feel like a person like him is even caring about none of that shit. He like nigga, this thing ain't final. We going through some shit, and it just so happens that we doing it in the public eye. And for the first time, we're seeing a man do what we're used to seeing women do, and we don't know how to deal with it. But really, he's showing us like what love looks like, and it might look crazy to a lot of us because you feel like, hey, if she don't want you, just leave, or like give up, right? But he's saying, nigga, I ain't got to give up. It ain't really over
Well, I mean, that
until
would
until
have
it's
to
But
be a
actually
Sean,
over.
mutual
also that
decision.
happens a lot in
And
real
she
life because
doesn't
y'all.
agree. Like, I mean, the way she acted on CNN, SNL, like to make a joke about the whole situation, about his mental state, and then to move on so quick, it's obvious that, she has checked out of that marriage a long time ago, to where what she's doing in public, and we're criticizing her, right? We're just like, but it's obvious that her heart is not in it. She does not love that man anymore. She does not respect him anymore, obviously. There's just, I mean, it is
No,
what it is. Like when women have had enough, and I think men underestimate that, because then they'll at the end of the relationship be like, "Well, I'm not done." But it's just like, "Well, she was done."
yeah.
Like
So you're not necessarily wrong in that presumption, but I would like to look at some things from a psychological perspective and understanding who we looking at. We looking at two of the largest celebrities in our history, right? We have to understand how much story means to their wealth, right? We don't know how this is being spent. What's the purpose? A lot of this shit is on display, which means if it's on purpose or if it's fabricated, it's most definitely financially beneficial to a lot of different degrees, right? Also, we can't presume that even though what you're saying may be true in some cases, when your tax bracket is different and there's other variables, then it could be something different. And all I'm saying is, I think we should have open leave some space for possibilities. I wouldn't lean towards the idea that, oh yeah, when women fed up, this and that. I think their dynamic is so different. Like none of us have ever been multimillionaires or billionaires to the extent that we understand like the regularity of their lifestyle. And we in this in the, and from a psychological perspective, it's going to be very challenging to try to superimpose our understanding on top of someone's in that demographic. That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
I'm just saying we don't know,
All I want to say
right?
is
And the fact that I don't know, I
2021
would love to.
proved to us that money doesn't matter, because the two richest men on earth, their women still left them, so that doesn't hold any
If she was
water.
done, why she ain't filed
That's
divorce?
most definitely not what I said. So I
He
hope
ain't
nobody in the
done.
audience heard
But they
what
have
you
plenty of
heard.
assets they have to divide, so that could
Yeah,
be the
but why
whole thing
hasn't
for
she
divorce.
filed for divorce? If I'm done and I'm fed up, I'm going to file divorce the next day.
That's not how that works.
I don't know. Y'all can say whatever, but I don't. I think that
In California, it
whatever.
takes 6 months for a divorce to go.
She hasn't even filed though.
Oh, she hasn't filed? Oh.
No. So she's done and fed up. Why hasn't she filed for
Yes, she
divorce?
did. She filed in February.
No, she didn't. She hasn't filed yet.
Girl, if you don't look at the
All I'm saying is, as a people, I think instead of like just leaning on doing this thing where we like, oh yeah, girl, leave them, end quote. I'm more so in the energy of paying for these people that's in the public eye and their family, because it's kids involved, it's hearts involved, and I think them being together, if they can reconcile it, those two people, not for Kanye or not for Kim or for the kids, but everybody involved, if they can figure out a way that it can be more beneficial to be together than apart, then I pray that happens for them. If not, then that's cool. But I don't, most definitely don't think we should be putting collective energy into celebrating their potential demise. Right, like when women do this thing where collectively they'll start supporting stuff because it may look like something that resembles something they've been through or a part of, and that's just I don't find that wildly intelligent at all.
Madam was
Right,
right though. Kim
just
did
because she's a
file for
woman that's been
divorce.
Yeah,
yeah
she
she
filed in February.
yeah she did, But that's why Kanye said the paperwork isn't final on Drink Champs. He said that's still legally, officially, is still his wife.
But she's done. That was my point. She's done.
I mean,
Like,
it looked like she done. So on the flip side, the same way you can say that, me and Dr. Mika can tell you many cases that we done been with our clients, where people, women specifically, have said they are done in many different scenarios and weren't. Might even go
Yeah,
through
my
all
mom
the
said that.
steps.
Right. How y'all know she done? Do y'all know her?
But the thing
Like,
is,
how do
it's
you know
We
she
not
just
done
don't
done?
know.
okay,
until
but you
the
said if she filed, then she's done, right? Like that was the
that's.
marker. Now we're
But
moving the
my mom
goalposts.
filed, and it's not. Look, her and her still together. So look, it's not.
And that's
That's
just
not
an
how that works.
assumption. I was married to a really not great person, and if he would have at the last minute, the day of our court case, said I will change, do better, go to therapy, all the shit that he needed to do, I would still be married. So done is a relative term, and
Yeah,
done does not always mean done.
True.
exactly. I'm just saying we got to understand a little bit more. Like sometimes we be capping as humans. You know, you might go to your girlfriend, I might go to my homie, and we might talk all this shit about our partner, all this shit about what we gonna do, all this shit about our job. And the next thing you know, we still working there, we still together. I done fucking proposed 2 months later. You know, after talking all that shit. You know, after doing all those things, these could be just antics. We don't know that. Like she could just be so hurt and upset. She like, nigga, you embarrassed me. You hurt my feelings. Nigga, Kim might just be getting her shit off. Like, nigga, I've been loyal to you all these years, and you stepped out twice. Nigga, fuck it, nigga. We taking a break, and they getting some, you know, publicity out of it in the process. It's great publicity. Niggas still talking about the shit for months. She come to the Met Gala. She at the concert. She at every fucking concert. We talking about her begging him to take the song off the album. All type of shit. This is great coverage. It's genius marketing if we really want to look at it from a business perspective.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what's up, for son.
Well, I'm looking at making $1 billion this year. Anybody want to come up with a plan with me? What's going on?
Yep, let's do
Yo,
it.
yeah.
Hey, them NFTs. That's where it's at.
I'll tap in just an opinion, just a little bit.
What's up, man? What's going on?
Hello, everyone. Yeah, just the I forgot who mentioned the SNL skit. Like Kim did an interview where she even ran everything by Kanye before she even did it. So it's like if she was done, she wouldn't have did all that. And I'll be watching, like, people have their opinions about him moving there. Like they talk, like even in her interviews, they say they talk to each other about co-parenting. So it's like, and even Kanye even said wherever his kids at is that's where his home is at when he did the interview and everything. So it's like this, we live in a world where people, like, all these news outlets run everything that's going on with them, but it's like they're still communicating with each other. They're basically just doing co-parenting stuff, but people are still focused on her being out on her dates and him trying to get her back. And these would be the same people who have their exes who show up at their jobs, who knock on their doors, and I don't know. I just feel like he's not doing nothing crazy, but just trying to get her back. Like he ain't doing nothing like outrageous. That's like he, but where should be calling him a creep or anything. I just look at him like he's just trying to take the right steps to get his family back.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
now
she
Levi's
might be
across the
done.
street.
They
But
said in that paperwork she asked to get her maiden name back. That shit crazy.
that's what they saying. But
No,
like,
that's what the paperwork
you,
showed. That's what the paperwork showed.
you
That's
know,
public.
But
yeah.
why wouldn't she? I mean, if the divorce goes through, why wouldn't she
No, I'm
change her
saying
name?
like she's
Nobody wants
asking
to
for it
see.
back now, like before they get divorced, like before they're fully divorced. She's asking for it, like this is as of December 13th, so she's asking for it back now. Like, and she's also found to be officially single, so she could do what she need to do, and it's not like I was out here like running around cheating on you type shit. So that means she can actually move on while
Well,
they're
no,
still
because
married.
people get married all the time and don't change their name. So that doesn't, I mean, to me, that
Yeah.
still doesn't solidify it because some people never change their name. Some people have a business name, but they have a different married name that they only use with fam. I
I'm
mean,
saying get
I
married,
still
get the
don't think that
last
means
name, then
anything.
remove the last name. That's what I'm talking about.
No,
Yeah. The
I hear what
name
you're
thing.
saying. I'm just saying that still, to me, until the ink is dry on the papers, I just never believe people are done
You're right
until
though.
they're absolutely done.
You're right in that aspect.
Right.
You see, you gotta think about how many motherfuckers done got divorced and just keep fucking with each other later on, and how many people didn't went as far as getting married again. Now that number is small, but it does happen, and even more higher, more often than not, people get divorced and will still be co-mingling in some form or fashion for quite a while. So
Or they'll remarry.
yeah, like I said, like very small cases, people remarry. Right, like we don't know, man. You know, we really don't know. I mean, shit. Think about us in this room, man. How many of us still be fucking with our exes or still mess with our exes after we break up for a while, even
Oh,
if it's
okay.
just
Well,
sexual?
no,
Like we just
I'm
don't
not in
know.
that category, but I hear you. It does
I
happen.
mean, I'm not neither, but you know, I mean, Dr. Miga, you know for a fact that people be doing
Yeah,
that
100%. You're right.
because it's safe. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta look at it like because it is extremely unhealthy for her to be in this situation with this man. Not only for not only for public reasons, but personal reasons. After you break up for a couple, and you've been committed to somebody in a family for years, you need about a year to two to decompress from the relationship.
Hey, the only ex I miss is DMX.
When the
Facts.
kids, when the kids
What you
come
really
around,
want,
then
my
Die.
nigga?
it's over. When the kids start coming
One
around, then
down.
it's
Malcolm
officially over.
X.
This nigga run fast.
Malcolm X.
Not Malcolm X.
Actually, the one to ask is what's his name? Lamar Odom.
Oh,
You know, he was in the thing, and then now he's out of it. So he would be one to ask as far as hey, how did you get out of it and all this stuff?
XXX Constitution.
Hey man, shit, that nigga, he had to be on. He got put on. He had to go do crack before he could make the Great Escape. Shit, nigga was down bad.
I kind of don't blame him, to be honest with you.
is it ironic that? Never mind. I ain't gonna say
But he don't got no
Message
kids
to
with
me,
him,
I'ma
so it's
say it.
easy.
You can't do that. What was you gonna say?
it. The initials of all three
Yeah, it's not
sisters
like you're gonna say
begin
what you
with.
think anyway.
Oh, KKK.
This nigga crazy.
And
Oh
do you
fuck.
think it's easy to be married to them? Like everybody's talking about his mental health. Shit, I don't think it'd be easy to be married to a Kim Kardashian, like
Yeah,
at
the
all.
celebrity part I think would be a pain in the ass. I always feel like if I get single, I need a fun so I can knock the shit out of the paparazzi because they're fucking invasive and that shit would piss me off. The
Yeah,
way that some of them are. I mean, some of them are like super disrespectful. So, I
Look at
mean,
they
that's
white paper.
added pressure.
Look at they white paper. Look at their resumes. How many men have they been with in the last? It's only been 10 years.
Yeah,
that's
that's
true.
true.
Nigga said it only been 10 years. Well, shit, Kim been with Kanye for the last 10 years.
Nah, that's
Yeah.
cap.
And she
Whoa.
was married to Chris for 30 days. Not even 30 days, I don't think.
Well, I have no idea. I just know that celebrity stuff has to add to all that
Hold on,
bullshit.
Eastside. She was for sure. She sure been with that nigga for 10,
Wait,
bro.
hold
You
on.
talking about like
2000
what?
what? 12 was the.
They got married in 2014. I don't know how long they were together before that.
They was together for some years before that though.
Yeah, North was
Mm,
already here when they got married.
when she was with Reggie Bush.
They was creeping. They was
Like
Oh,
creeping,
damn.
'08,
but they were not a
Nah,
couple.
like
They
oh
were
she
seven,
was
happily
oh
a
with
eight.
she was
couple
with
for
my
10
boy in
years.
'08, nigga. My boy introduced her to Kanye. My boy introduced Kim to Kanye. So he was with her '07, '08. That Reggie Bush came way after that, Jack. Like believe and trust me when I tell you.
But weren't they
After
just
oh,
like
so what? So what
friends?
was it like '08, '09? I mean '09, '010, like 2010.
Probably so. I gotta look. I don't even know.
It was it was back
Oh,
there
10.
though.
Oh, okay.
It was supposed to definitely before the like they was together for some years before they got married. Because remember, because he was pissed off because Beyonce and Jay ain't come. That was when niggas was still going to awards and shit.
Right.
I mean, I feel like it's not far from 10 years. I feel like it's too. I mean, like it might be a little longer, but at least 2012.
Well, North was born. Remember, North was already here when they got married.
True. And how old was she? Was she like a year old? A year or two? Like was North walking when they
I
got
can't
married?
remember. I feel like
North ain't every bit of 8 years old, 9 years old.
Yeah, she was little
Yeah, she was.
when they went to Italy. That's
Yeah,
true.
I think she was walking when they got
Uh-huh.
married. So that mean that at bare minimum 2 years before the
She was
marriage.
born in 2013.
I wonder if Kanye has a bunch of emotional breakup songs that he just want her to hear by playing out the window.
Shit, they all on
Yeah,
Donda.
you probably do. I love listening to depressing music when I'm going through a breakup. I
But
don't know
y'all act
why.
like Kanye ain't dating somebody else either, though.
I
Yeah, I
already
think he
said that.
is. Somebody said he
Yeah,
was dating a 22-year-old. I haven't
Oh,
heard that,
that
but
Yeah, no, I know who it
no
is
Rico.
too.
That's
That was
Yeah,
like
amazing
nigga
for
Rico. That
him.
was like a couple months ago. That was summertime.
That was
nah, he
last
got him a
Stop.
month.
little new thing right now.
That was this past month. Like,
Oh, then
Yeah,
he
he
got
got him
something
a
new
little
now.
new thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, looking at this shit, all that shit over, man. I don't believe none of this shit. This all for games. Like she going to have sex with that dude because that seemed like what the celebrity ladies be doing. That nigga is just in rotation. And Kanye just shit found he got a jump off partner.
Yeah, she
yeah.
might have just took a page out of the women's book. Never mind.
She broke up with Humphrey. She broke up with Humphrey in 2010. So it can't been about 11 years since she started belling with Kanye. So I said about 11,
Yeah, probably about
10 to
11.
20.
She said 2002.
What's up?
2002. She met
What's up,
Kanye.
Rush? What up, Rico? What up, Kat? Happy holidays. Welcome.
Happy holidays.
happy
Hey, happy
holidays.
holidays,
Yeah,
everyone.
that makes sense. Eastside, because he was secret. He had fell in love. He had fell in love with Kim. Like before the sex tape came out, like they was just in secret hanging out.
That's a
From what?
fact. Like I said, my boy introduced him to
Yeah,
her. And that's when he did his little swingle mingle. And they was off and on for like at least 15, 16 years. No cap.
how long did he date Amber?
he was with Amber right before that.
I'll say a year.
Damn, I felt
Okay.
like that was way longer than that.
I ain't gonna lie though, he was heartbroken over that Amber though.
Hey, he
And
gave
Absolutely.
us
think
some
how
classic
sweet
music,
Amber
didn't
is.
it?
He gave us one of the
Nigga, Dark Twisted
best, a
Fantasy came from that.
masterpiece off of
And
that.
No, the
808
that
Heartbreak.
808s and heartbreaks, niggas, what came out
808s
of
and
that?
Heartbreak came
Oh,
from Amber,
Yeah.
yeah.
808s and
oh.
heartbreaks came out of that rose, out of
That,
Amber.
that
Yeah,
was his
boy.
mama. That was his mama too.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
true.
shouldn't have
Both
fucked
of
up
those
with Amber.
losses.
Amber is so sweet. I think that I like them together, but he
Me
probably wasn't.
too.
Amber
I,
hit the scene,
Hey,
boy.
yeah,
She killed it.
and
that was one of his best albums, shit. Holy.
It was
That
one
was
of his
one of
it
best
his
was
top
something
albums.
different.
top.
You know what it was? That was an album that shaped culture. That was his first one that
That's
he
Yeah.
true.
gave us that
True
changed
indeed.
everything for everybody.
That's a fact.
Hmm.
It
And
paved the
then
way for like Drake to be okay, for us to accept Drake. It accepted all the singing shit that we got going on. Like all of that vocalizing became acceptable because of 808s and
and
Heartbreaks.
then he came out with Dark Twisted Fantasy and that thing changed
Changed
the game.
everything.
That
Changed
was
that changed everything musically for
everything.
everybody.
Hmm.
That's when he really got in. That's when you can honestly say you started seeing the more of his fashion culture take place into the actual Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Facts.
Hmm.
I don't know. Like Amber,
I
Amber
love
was
that.
really. I like how happy Amber was during her time with Wiz. At least at the beginning, with she was really happy with
I
dog. I had
know
She
she
was.
was
I had
happy.
styled some of the homies for they wedding. I
Hey,
wasn't able to go, but
I
Wiz
love
like
how
Wiz,
Amber is happy today too. You know,
Yeah.
she happy.
Hello.
yeah, that's most definitely what's up.
You know what I always say Kanye and Amber is compared to? Is Sierra and Future. And then Kim is
Damn, you saying my man? Hold on,
Wow.
we can't never put Kanye on the level
No.
nah,
of
because the
Future,
way
bro.
they were together was just kind of like free and shit. You get what I'm saying? And just
Yeah, but
whatever,
they were
whatever.
iconic. I don't feel like Future and Sierra were
Iconic. Yeah, they
iconic.
were just pop. They were just
Right, right.
popular,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
more so they was only popular because he was so fucking toxic.
Now
Right.
Like
Future and Sierra
they
was
weren't even popular because they was fresh. They was popular because they was sending that girl through hell.
Or together. It was like they were popular because they were separated and had a kid together, but they weren't together.
But then we can't forget about that little blip where she was with 50 Cent.
Bro, she was with
Oh.
50?
Yeah, she
who?
was with 50.
Yo.
Who?
Sierra?
Oh yeah, y'all didn't know Sierra was at
No,
50?
I didn't know
Yeah,
He
that.
she was
he
with
took her
50.
Eastside,
from
that's crazy.
he took her from
I
Bow
must have
Wow.
been in
That
prison
nigga
during that
Yeah,
time.
he got her on the cover on his
that
album.
nigga took her from Bow Wow. Nigga Bow Wow
Yeah,
was
Oh,
salty.
damn, right after
That nigga
Bow Wow?
yeah,
that
right
nigga
after
Man,
Bow
salty.
talk
Wow,
about
bro.
having a nigga make you feel small.
Hey, but the funny part about that is 50 Cent was just with his chick, and she told him, she said, "Why you never?" She started singing a Sierra song. He looked like what? who seen that video of 50 Cent was laid up with his chick and she said, "Why you never haven't learned to feel like one the special way you feel when a homie I should never be a something." She started singing Sierra's song. Nobody seen that?
Not the song with Bow
No,
Wow.
what
Yeah.
happened?
So she was wow. You got to see the video, man. Like 50 Cent was laid up in the bed with his chick and she asked him a question and the question considered like her singing Sierra part on Bow Wow song, but I think she didn't know he used to date her. So the face he made when he looked at her, you gotta go check it out.
That's
It's funny.
crazy.
Oh,
Then
I
how
don't know
long was
who
they
this
together?
song
Was
talking
like,
about.
what year was this? I must have been in prison when
That
that happened
nigga
because I had no
stupid.
idea.
Yeah. If you look at
I
the
have to
album,
remember. I had to
That
sit
shit was
down for a
like
minute. Some
if you
that
shit
look
shit was
happened
like
in
oh 08.
society. I
if
got
you
to
look
remember.
at the album Curtis, it was off the album Curtis,
08.
where he had
I
he
was
had
most
her butt
definitely
naked
alive
on
and
the
kicking
damn
at that
cover.
time.
Does anybody think that Kim was actually okay with this whole Kanye moving across the street shit, just so like he could get out the house? Like I feel like she would have agreed to it, like so you could still see the kids, so you could still be present. You can buy the house across the street, but I just don't want you in this house anymore. Like I feel like
Yeah,
she was okay with it.
yeah, Kat. I think that was most definitely like at the end of the day. I think they acted more in the sense that they want the access to the children to be seamless.
Yeah.
My
Like no matter
prediction on
what,
that.
I feel
Go
like
ahead,
no matter
Fifi.
what, it was a good decision. I mean, like if you think about the celebrity status that they have, it would be nice to know if he's as unstable as the Kardashian as a family think he is or not. I can't say. Buckle up, baby. I think that it was good because I mean, think about it. If he had some, you can see who he's got over. You guys, it seems like they're really good at prioritizing family and understanding that presence is important. And I think that it could work out. And let's just say Kanye's like, you know what, I'm over this or whatever, and he decides to move somewhere else. He's got plenty of options. Now you have a home across the street that maybe the kids could have, or like, you could do other stuff. I don't think that it was a bad thing at all if you kind of look outside the box and think about the overall purchase in the long run. I think it's fine. Like, I mean, it'll work out. It's
For the
not like they can,
business,
yeah, it's not like they can see inside the house from across. These are huge properties, so it's not like, I mean,
man.
I
My
think
Yeah,
it's
my
because
good
my
it's a
for
my
the
really
kids.
my
I,
professional opinion on this is that they are moving somewhat towards getting back together, and I mean they're in Hidden Hills, so it's really hard for paparazzi to get in there. And if she want a sneaky link, she could just cross the
On
street,
God,
and without paparazzi, seeing Kanye pulls back up to Whoopty Whoop house. It just hides their identity a little bit more.
and I
I
think it
think a
gives the
lot of
kids
people are
normalcy, right? With their dad having them close, and they can go across the street. They can have their private life, but still close to their mom. He's not
Nah,
far
it's bigger
away.
than that,
I
Sophia.
mean,
It's way bigger than that.
it's man. I mean, it's a good story. Look at what we doing.
I'm
We,
not. I get it. I'm not. Go
no,
ahead.
I'm just saying it's a good story. Like I'm a skeptic in the sense that it make more sense to like get every bit of attention you can out of this scandal instead of just letting it die. Like drag the story out. Like he got the money to blow on a crib across the street, and he can sell it. And then it's so telling the public a story is so much more valuable. Like how can we capitalize on this moment? We don't even know if this is all cap. We really don't.
And also, I just feel like most people are looking at him like he's Joe from You. Like they're making it seem like he bought the house like on some psycho time, Like, and that's not what I think is going on. So that's why I wanted to know if you guys thought like Kim was, a part of this decision.
Right. And
Well, so what we can do is we can make bets right now. We can start making bets for who's going to sell their house first. So because Kim might sell the house first before Kanye does. Just so that she can get away
Definitely, definitely.
away from him.
And let's not forget the Kardashians capitalize on everything. Like, let's not forget who they are. I don't give a shit what the
Right. We know who
situation
they are
is.
because they daughter sold the girl sold a sex tape.
Yeah, so
She
like they're
popular for
not
giving
normal.
bad head on camera.
But I don't
Like
think it's weird that he bought a house across the street. I think it's
man,
dope,
I do
actually.
the.
Said
Hey, I'm
bad
gonna tell
head
you
for
right now, as a
Sean. You
daddy, I'll do
stupid.
the same thing, Dr. Megan. I'll
Man,
do the
Kanye
same
gonna
thing.
sell that house before Kim do, bro. Like, come on now. Like, Kanye gonna sell that house. He could switch up his idea and be like, fuck this.
Yeah.
This was probably a horrible
Yep.
idea, and he gonna go ahead and sell his house, and then keep moving around and do his own thing. So Kim ain't about to sell that house. It's gonna be Kanye that sells first.
Like I
Watch,
say,
because he just
if
bought it.
this is real, he been hanging around Drake. It's a Drake idea, man. If you go back and do the research about how you say Drake move, this is a
Hey,
Drake move.
it's a Drake move. We and like Kanye, like the nigga just think different. Like this the same motherfucker that will walk around to Drake house to be like, "Hey man, hope you do it well," even though they beef. Like, "Hey, I was tripping, my bad." Like maybe his server
I
like
think
when you got that type of money, you just thinking different.
Yeah, it's the power of the petty. Who could be
Yeah,
pettier?
Kanye liable to move to Oklahoma just out the blue. Nigga, like we don't know, nigga. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't think like because his moves are so sporadic but calculated at the same time. It's weird.
And we also have to remember the fact that like Kim, as much as we know that like Kanye is like infatuated and in love with Kim, the feelings are mutual from her end, right? Like she still got great love for that man, especially as a father, as a creative. She adores Kanye, right? But she is obviously some things in a marriage that got her uncomfortable, tired, and whatever, and that should happen. But what we know through studying relationships is that people that can make it through these things end up having a way different, more empowered relationship. Like, that wasn't one sided. Like he didn't buy her. Like when you're
Yeah,
looking at people who got the same amount of money, like she went harder for no money, so Kanye couldn't impress her with that. Him as a like you gotta think, man, to impress somebody that got money and you impress them with your personhood, that's a different type of connection. Like she didn't have three. Did y'all say they got five
That's a
kids?
good point.
yeah. They got a nice
You
handful.
you know what I'm saying? They got a fucking basketball team together. Like I mean, also you got to understand, like shit, nigga Kanye is almost that nigga ain't no regular celebrity, bro. Like, and she ain't no regular celebrity. Them niggas at the top of the food chain in this bitch.
All right,
I'm gonna say this one
and
more.
Like
on
even
top,
I'm gonna say this one more time to y'all, cause I'm about to stop. I'm gonna let this rest because it's the power of the petty. We got money, but money buys you only certain amount of things. Power buys you. You could be petty. You could be petty in a powerful way. This is a petty fight. Watch what happens on the news tomorrow when Kim make her move. It's a chess. This is a chess game that they playing with this divorce, and it's the power of the petty. Let's see who could be the pettiest in public on a high. What is this? On a publicity standpoint, this is a PR fight. This is all kind of shit. It's people doing paperwork right now trying to see how they gonna come back to what they trying to do on Kim's side. And then when Kim react, they gonna Kanye team gonna say what they could do to try to react to Kim's side. Like this is a publicity, a thing that's happening in public, and it's power of the petty, man. This is some dumb shit we watching. If it's true.
if we want to keep it 100, and I want to keep, and I'm gonna just say this because we can already, through the course of their relationship and marriage and stuff, that family had more to do with probably the breakup and the divorce and all that stuff than them two actually as a people. You get what I'm saying? It was more. I feel like it was because people be always saying like, "Yo, family can't." Nah, the fuck, family can't make you change your decision and pressure you and put ideas in your head and change you and change the relationship. We all know that. I was engaged and her family shit was crazy. So shit, and it changed the dynamic of our whole relationship when we were perfectly happy at the time. So you know what I mean? Like that family is gonna actually be what's gonna make it be even more petty. And that family was the one who actually probably was the reason, well, a huge reason, part of why they actually separated because even though Kanye had his own thing or Kim had their own thing going on or some weird shit, that family played a huge part in actually that relationship being called the fuck off.
hey Rico, man, hey that family got an amazing ability to acquire niggas. Is what they got.
Yeah, you right, Rico. Especially when your mom is Kris Jenner, I feel like she runs
Yeah,
that shit.
bruh.
Yeah,
And
you
then you
right.
got all these people in your ear. Think about it. Like you got your mom in your ear, and don't get it twisted. Kris Jenner is a pimp. She is the ultimate pimp, yo. She is the smartest. She is smart as fuck. She capitalized on all the Kardashians and know how to make every move.
Except her
Every
son, because
single
he ain't got no
yeah.
Chris
pussy.
ain't running the show, man. If you've been around the Kardashians, Kim running the show, man. At the end
But
of the
Kim run
day,
the show, but Chris has a good say so. Don't
Chris
get
is
it
but
the
Kim
twisted.
ain't listening
mastermind.
to that. Kim ain't gonna listen to what the fuck Chris say.
But she will listen to when the majority of her family keep coming at her and
Nah,
pressure. It's
she
just a thing
definitely
that,
not. She'll
bruh,
get
come
into it
on,
with her.
dog.
She'll get into it with her family before she'll leave a nigga. That's facts. Who she would listen to is the people that's around her though, like her homegirls and people like that. But as far as
But
like
yeah,
her,
but family, bro. You even I don't care how much you say you know somebody. You don't know the effect of what your family can really have in your mental and actually change your thoughts. I can know my brother blood in, blood out, no matter what. But if the family's actually affect like all in this nigga ear, he can still feel a way and actually move differently because you don't know how that's really affecting their mental and how they're affecting their thoughts. You know what I mean? People always be like, oh, yeah, we know they didn't do that. Nah, 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 man, the hell with that. I'm telling you, when I was engaged and shit, nigga, I'm telling you, I didn't care one bit about the family until they keep on applying freaking pressure every freaking day all the time. It wears out you at your mental and actually change certain things and thoughts on you. Then on top of that, you got your friends, you got your people behind you, you got all these people constantly in your ear all the time, every fucking day. Dog, that
Rico.
plays a point. That plays a part in that, bro. I'm telling you.
Rico, that's
I
what
think
that's
both of
what
y'all. I
Kanye
think
was
both of y'all
saying
right
too.
though.
yeah, I can agree. I can agree to disagree with you on that. Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
But Eastside, I think both of y'all. Well, a point. I think what you said about Kim is spot on. From what I perceive, she seemed like a woman that's really good at making her own decisions.
Right.
To Rico's point, I don't think to it saying what Esau said. I don't think that the mom has such an influence over them particularly, and specifically Kim's life. But I also do think that she is a centerpiece for the family business, right? Not even saying that she's in control, but I think that she is like somebody that got like executive positioning in
Right.
the Kardashian family.
Yeah, business wise, it makes sense. But like,
Yeah, yeah.
damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, I mean, like, Chris been nagging at Kim her whole life. Like, she ain't finna listen to no relationship advice with her mama. That's out. Like, Kim's running the show. At the end of the day, she's gonna make her own decisions, make her own choices. At the end of the day, and that's just how Kim roll, man.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
no,
know.
I get that. I get that. You know what I mean? You're not going to listen to one person, right? You can drown out the sound of one person. You know what I mean? I can drown out the sound of my mother on a decision. You get what I'm saying? But when you have every fucking body around you, your whole fucking family, and your family friends that's close with you, and your friends and all that shit, it does chip away at you. It chips away at you. You know what
Got
I'm
you.
Yeah,
saying? That's
I feel that, but on the flip side, like I imagine that somebody in Kim's position might have the level of arrogance and clarity to be like, even though she might listen to what her family members might say, and no matter what type of bread they might have had before her exposure and growth, we don't have the Kardashians without Kim, right? Like
no, that's
we
true. That's true.
so and so I'm saying with the level of arrogance, she might be like, "Look, I hear what you're saying, nigga, but little bitch, you don't exist without me. Not my little
Right,
sisters, not my
right.
sister, not my like, nigga. I hear what you're saying, but nigga, it's a like I'm not tripping off y'all, nigga.
Yeah.
The world don't know your name without me.
It's a
But
conflict.
yeah,
It's a conflict of interest of Kylie and them talking like that. Like they know better. Like Kylie, them they know better. Stand they own lane. They got their own shit to worry about. Like they don't
right.
be coming at Kim shit like that.
I
But
don't know,
but
but you notice on the show, like I think they are very close. Cause remember when Kylie was going through shit with Jordan, they all collectively sat down. I think they do talk about shit like
Yeah,
that.
for
They all
TV show
collectively sat
purposes, of
down.
course.
but you gotta
Oh well,
admit
maybe
you're
you're
gonna
right.
listen to some of your like. You can't tell me you're not listening to some of your like your sisters because at the end of the day, she's still close with her
Man,
sisters. She's still affected in a certain way, no matter what.
Courtney and
How
them, they mind they own. They
No, they
all
do.
no,
have
but
their own little worlds that they be in. They got their own shit. Like I'm trying to
I
tell
get
you.
it, I get it. But you know what I'm saying? When your sisters still talk to you or your brothers, I have a
And
brother that I'm
no
not as
one's to
close.
know that her
Hey,
sister's
Kim.
even talking to her. So
I
that's just a narrative
Hey,
I can't
everybody.
even
put
Right.
my
That's what I'm
hand on.
saying. We don't. That's what I'm saying. We don't really know what's being fed
Also,
into that whole
Rico,
situation. But I'm speculating
yeah.
Yeah.
as far as just saying.
But like
You know
here's
what I
the
mean?
thing, Rico. To
I
be
think
honest,
you're in the water.
when
You
we
sound
talk
Talking about
about
you
really
sound
broke.
muffled. You
Like
sound
we
muffled.
like oh my bad. No, I'm saying like if you think about it, bro, it's really broke too. Like them niggas, everybody in that house worth a couple, couple hundred million, bro. Like
Yeah.
this what we talking about, like family members having an influence, nigga. When you get a certain type of money, bro, you don't give a fuck what no nigga talking about. Like arrogance come with the territory, like mama or
Yeah.
not. Like nigga, you what?
Yeah, but
Come on.
arrogance come with the territory, but then you still take an account to some of your family members when they talk to you because at the end of the day, they still got emotions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Arrogance or
true.
not.
That's
You
true.
know what I'm
That's
saying?
true.
Not only that, if more than one person tells you that loves you, then you have to at least look at what they're talking about.
Sure.
I would think.
Oh yeah, for sure, Dr. Meek. I'm not saying that she not that these things not in consideration. I
Right.
just don't think. I think because of their lifestyle structure, tax bracket, and celebrity, that they when people have that type of success and it continues, and we're not talking about a fluke. We talking about their
Right.
ability to acquire what they have and sustain it and like multiply it. That means that they decision making, they have sound decision making. Each one of these people have a skill set in leadership, like in that
Right.
household, right?
Right.
So when you're a leader, you're not as affected by input and suggestions and critiques the same way somebody's not a leader. Like these people, I feel like Kim is a natural leader to some degree, or has become a leader, and the rest of these women. So it's like if a group of us are leaders and we talking, we gonna take each other serious and like I hear you, but as leaders, we gonna use some executive decision making to decide what to do. It's not going to be so emotional. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think
Right.
Kim is so emotional on her decision making to where her family members can gang up on her and be like, I think you should do B. And she like, okay, I'm gonna do B. I
Oh
think Kim
no,
got
no.
the gall
But
to be like, I hear what y'all saying, but fuck y'all, we going with
don't
C.
you feel like if the family had that big of an influence, Tristan would have never came back or been accepted?
Right.
I'm all right. If you want to unpack that, that's a whole
Oh,
different
that's a
type.
good point.
That's
Great
a
Good
whole
point.
point.
different
That's what
thing.
I'm trying to
That's a good
say.
Yeah.
point.
Right there, what you just said, Jake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's
that's
a
a good
great
point.
point.
Yeah,
But
because
then
they
again,
wasn't
like
fucking with Tristan.
yeah. But at the end of the day, though, you know what I'm saying? Like what I was just trying to say is like we can't rule out the power of actually other people influence. All right, think about it like this: if somebody's constant, you operate one way, right? Sean, let's just use you for an example, right? You're dating somebody that's equal stature of your power, right? You operate one way, that person operates something differently, right? The person that you're dealing with maybe acting a fool or doing extra shit. You know what I mean? And you have brothers, I don't know, let's just say you have brothers or family members and friends that's constantly like, this chick is constantly doing crazy shit all the fucking time, always in your ear, and you're fighting back to him, talking about, hey, I'm a rock with what I'm a rock with. You know what I mean? Forget y'all. I'm going this way. What's that thing? That's my man. I'm a stand by and bullshit. You know what I mean? Whatever it may be. But then that person constantly makes you look like a fool after you vouch for this person and you like, God dang it, why you got to keep on doing this and making me look like a fool? You know what I mean? You're going to end up kind of slightly listening to other people, because you stuck by this person and they constantly you vouching for them and they're constantly doing something extra.
Not not in this case, Rico. I hear what you're saying, but bro, I didn't have the same PR as Kim over at 5WPR. You can Google this shit. We both had yelling. I know her type of character. They didn't came to our bowling nights. I didn't seen her interact around her sisters. I got a very great description of how this woman acts, right? So
Right.
when I'm speaking from experience, and I know how she gets down from over the years.
Right.
So I just don't see her sisters, being any sort of influence to her making a decision about her marriage. And I'm gonna just rest it on there.
I can even bring it to a higher level then. All right, so y'all know I used to be signed with Jive Records, and Matthew Knowles was my manager, and we was always around the Knowles family, even when Jay-Z came around. You know what I mean? And there was times that, you know what I mean, that whole situation with Jay and Beyonce, and that's a whole lot powerful than Kim and Kanye, right? I mean, Kim and Kanye. Solange had a whole bunch of influence on that sister. You know what I mean? Her uncle had a whole bunch of influence on that. So that's all I'm saying is like, yo, there's things. I mean, shit. The relationship with Most Def that she had, and yes, she was with Most Def. So I'm sorry to say, so y'all know that. But you know what I mean? There's that family, being around the family and being with the label with them and managing, being at their house and shit. Yo, that shit does still play a part when people still influence. And I watched it from that end where it did.
What
I'm not
about
getting
Courtney and Scott?
I'm not getting what you were saying. I didn't really understand that, but yeah, I'm sorry.
He was giving an example of like
Yeah,
a
yeah, an
celebrity
example.
situation
Yeah.
where the but like to rival that though, Rico, I would still say that they still together,
That
which
is,
is,
well, yeah, that is
you know what I'm
true.
saying, like they did that, you know, even though like, you know, oh, I always saying we not discrediting what you're saying when you say it's to play a part. It does. I think what we're getting at is how much of a part. Like in some scenarios, I think when for a lot of people, especially people who relationships aren't so strong or hey, they haven't crossed a certain tax bracket and threshold. We talk about finances and access to like just information and lifestyles, that decision is a little bit more,
Right.
right? But even when we talking about in relationships where men are more responsible for the livelihood of women, um a lot of times family members might not necessarily like the man, but when the livelihood of that woman is dependent on him, you know, that has no that supersedes the opinion of the family members. You know, we that dynamic is always a thing. I can tell you right now, my ex-wife family was not ecstatic about me. I'm a black man, they got an Indian daughter. You know, I was a black man that had Muslim spiritual practices.
Right.
But they went against that. I mean, like she went against that and said, "Hey, shit, if y'all not fucking with me, then y'all not fucking with me." That's hard, like for a Middle Eastern woman, woman to do, especially for a little girl. You know, for a girl, you know what I'm saying? Like they as that family is everything, right?
All right. So let me
But the
ask you this real quick.
Kardashians also supported Scott. I think. I mean, as much as like,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Dad,
yeah,
you
Facts.
like
make so much great points. Go ahead,
like
girl.
they are so family oriented, and they are always going to support each other and the decisions that they make, and whether they believe and that it's right or not, they are a family, and that's what they do. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
they
And they
But
do.
supported Lamar even when he was
Damn,
going
you
let
through
me
Yeah,
shit.
let
just
me ask you this then.
Right.
Let me ask you
you
this.
just
And
unpacked a whole
privacy
nother can
too.
of
Wait.
whoop ass
Okay,
there.
Yeah.
Eastside. Let me ask you this then. Let me ask y'all this then. So, do you think the Kanye rants was just rants and like schizophrenic type shit, or was it actually true? Because he has mentioned in public saying that a lot of part of their relationship was a downfall because of Chris and some other people in the family.
I think it's hard to be a manager and a mother-in-law. So sometimes you can say things and misinterpret it as something personal when it's just business. We all do it on stage all the time, or talking about something and we're talking about business, but we take it personal. And sometimes when you're in your feelings, you can go on a rant about something that you might not exactly. It wasn't really meant to be like that. You never know. At the end of
But
the
that's why
Wait,
I'm
day,
wait, who's a manager and mother-in-law?
Chris,
no, I'm
Who
Chris.
talking about
managed?
for all right. So what I'm saying is like
cause she
Kanye
manages
made
Kanye, don't she?
The
I thought
no
she did. Maybe not.
y'all niggas
Chris
is
didn't
y'all gotta
manage.
stop it here, man.
Yeah,
This
Chris
is
didn't
funny.
manage Kanye.
I thought she was a part of his
no,
deal with.
not managing Kanye, just period.
Charmaine,
Yeah,
y'all
what I'm
crazy.
saying is I'm just
You
going
know,
off
I
of the
swear I thought she was managing him. I
yeah.
swear.
No, I was just going off of I'm saying, so what do y'all think about the rants that Kanye made talking about Chris and the family was a huge part of the downfall of their relationship? You know what I'm saying?
I think that
Is it
family has never had anybody as powerful as Kanye come through.
that's a
Yeah,
fact.
they always those women have always been more
Okay, I just found
above,
something. She
socially
was managing
above.
Kanye. Kris Jenner is now managing Kanye West and Travis Scott career. So I'm telling you, like, this is
I
what I think.
highly doubt that.
I don't. It says it. Look it up. It says
I'm
it
But
about to
even
here.
if
Google that
if
shit.
she wasn't managing their career,
She was a
she's
big
heavily
part of that
involved.
deal.
I
She is
highly
heavily
doubt that.
involved in her daughter's career. So anything that Kanye might suggest that might, not be in favor of their brand, their image, the daughters, any little thing could like misstep their perception in public. Things that we take for granted, like going to a mall, she might have something to say about it, and all of that stuff can really put a lot of weight on a relationship because you are trying to manage and be mindful of where your daughters go and things, not necessarily him and his person, but her daughters and what goes on with them and how the public is seeing them, where they might go, where they, things like that. So I
Right.
mean,
Gotcha.
I
And
get
once
what
also
you're
you're
you
on,
got
saying.
you're
like
on.
That makes sense.
like
That makes
family
sense.
just be a part of like family can always have some type of negative effect. Like that's regular
Right.
across culture. So that's not I don't think that's any consolation
That's
No,
in saying
no,
like
I just mean in
having
correlation.
control.
Like I just mean in correlation to maybe the rants he might have. You never know what public or private conversation was had that might have, you know, led him to feel that way when it was just probably looking out for his daughter. Could be
No, that wasn't in
misinterpreted
response to you,
in a lot
Sophia.
of ways.
no. Can
That
we
was in
go
Yeah.
response to
back? Can we
Rico.
go back? Can we go back real quick and unpack what Janet, what Jay down there said? Because I do remember Scott Disick, whatever his name is, going like having worse episodes than Kanye, but they family stood by him. Could it just be like, what is this like? It don't make sense to me. Kanye don't seem as worse than going through shit like Disick was. He was partying every night, cocaine and doing all this other shit, but everybody supported him during the whole show. Why they don't
Can
support Kanye? It's lesser episodes. He's not really
I?
doing like being the kind of dude like Scott was on some other shit.
Yeah, you got a point, but I feel like,
I'm,
and I hate to say this, I feel like they believed in Scott more than they believed in Kanye because of the fact that I don't know, maybe because it was the first go round
Uh,
of somebody who had some shit like that, but it's just I don't know, but I feel like they really wanted Courtney and Scott to actually really make that work, and I feel like they already had a notion of who Kanye was in their mind a certain way before he got into the
But
family.
I think
but I mean with
I'll
Scott,
throw this speculation
he
out.
was.
I,
Sorry, go ahead, Fashawn.
you got it.
Uh, well, just quickly, I was just going to say that Scott embraced the support a lot easier than Kanye would, and he's a present in himself. Scott really wasn't. He wasn't. He was part of the Kardashian family. Kanye's his own person. It's really hard to to
Right.
to direct and guide and tell this person who is Kanye and with the brilliance and genius that he is, what to do and where to go, what help he
Nah,
needs.
I don't
When
agree
he
with this.
Scott
Scott
Uh,
Disick is a
Scott needed the
billionaire.
Kardashians.
Scott Disick is a billionaire spoiled ass child that you can't tell
But
shit
yeah,
he
to
but he
was
to
wasn't
he is
that
saying
has
only
a
anything.
that because of the
drug
That's
Kardashians.
addictive
different than
that has
Kanye.
a drug addictive problem and is addicted to everything he does. So I don't think what you're saying is correct. I can't buy
I
okay,
that.
think
I'm aligned with Sophia a little bit. Kanye is.
You talking about a kid that's been
I
rich
feel
his
that
whole life.
Kanye is more strong, bullheaded, and bullish on than Scott is, and
Scott, yeah.
also I remember Kanye specifically. Like Kanye and about Kanye wasn't necessarily trying to be all on TV and in their episodes and a part of their story like that. Scott was. Scott didn't mind the limelight. You gotta think, even though he might have been a underground billionaire, like nobody
But
knew
he
the fuck
wasn't
who Scott
famous.
Disick was. You know, he got the limelight. We know that nigga name because of Kardashian. Kanye was Kanye before Kim.
That's a good point.
You know, he don't give
Exactly.
a fuck about being a part of
That's a
Kardashians.
good
Yeah, but
point.
Like
does
he like
that
it's
make
Scott
it's the West
Kanye
story.
does that make Kanye more wrong though? That's what I'm trying to
No,
Oh
even
but
no, not
sort
look,
at
out.
all, not at all.
the Kardashians always like Scott needed the Kardashians to get further in life or to make a name for himself or to stay relevant, right? The Kardashians have always been worried about image, and image is a huge thing. And Kanye doesn't give a shit about what people think about him. And so I think that that's the clash right there is that he is not going to speak or make like do things based off of making people like him or this or that. He's going to
yeah,
be
Right.
that's what I'm.
himself. And so
Yeah,
that's
you on point, Jen. You on point, Jen, for sure. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't even think they wanted him to do that whole president thing, and he was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway."
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like Kanye just bullhead. Like he direct his own steps. So like that don't work for their narrative. You know what I'm saying? And all like I said, he wasn't about it. He wasn't trying to. He didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So that's my perception. I'm just this speculation. I can't speak for the man. I don't know. I don't got no facts. I'm just saying from observation. That's what it looked like. That's what it felt like. And I think it worked out. You know, I think
And that
the lack of their support. I think that comes from the fact, like you got also on the flip side, this might be negative, or some people might think it's negative, but I think that family like being in positions where they can have a lot more control. Kanye ain't somebody they can control. Like you look at the men that come in their lives. These women have a greater celebrity than the men they're dealing with. The men that they marry and having children with, right? They ideally have more money and they have more celebrity, right? They're the Diana complex come over. Kanye the only nigga over there today. Shit, nigga, I can buy all y'all.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know, so the energy would
I
be
can't
different.
disagree with that. I have no argument with that.
And Scott's not gonna ever come out and say anything negative about them because then they stop supporting him.
Right.
Kanye doesn't care. He can support himself. Like he doesn't. He will always just be him.
And then on top of that, Kim wasn't a fan. All right, so if you want to keep it 100, and Eastside, you could probably speak on this. Kim wasn't necessarily a fan of Trump. And so I feel like she got roped into that and had to go ahead and go along with that. You know what I mean? And make do with what was going on, which actually people were still on the fence about her about that. You know what I mean? Like,
These
yo,
Geminis, I tell you.
you know what I mean? So she kind of got roped into that and made her play on what it was with what she was dealt with. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, you know what I mean, when Kanye did that whole Trump thing, man, he lost a lot of support, and that just lets you know he's gonna do what the fuck he wants to do anyway. Didn't want to do that. Kim didn't want to support that. She was still trying to do stuff for the black community and all that stuff, but she was dealt the hand that she was dealt and tried to use it to at least go ahead and start getting people out of jail or something like that and finding her way to get into the politics to actually be more involved. So, you know what I mean? That put some strain on her where she was like, fuck, I don't really fuck with this dude. You know what I mean? Kanye does, but I don't. Now I'm in a rope of dope because I don't know what the fuck I should do. And she made her own way and found out what she wanted to do with that.
But do you feel like Kanye actually got on board with Trump so that Kim could do the things that she did, and there was
No,
a
Kanye was actually he's always rocked with Trump from even before Trump was president. Like real talk, he really did. Back in the day, he always was rocking with Trump no matter what the fuck was going on because they were friends way before he even decided he wanted to even be president.
Right, right. But didn't Kim take a meeting before Yay?
Technically, well, technically, yes, because they didn't know how. Only because Ye was so, they didn't. You can never clock what Ye is really gonna fucking do. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? You don't, you don't know what's gonna come out of his mouth or how he's gonna operate. One thing you can't say about Kim, at least she knows how to go ahead and actually operate in a business standpoint and actually talk. Kanye, you don't know what the fuck's going to come out of his mouth. Even think about it. It started all the way back when his first outburst was really with Bush don't care about black people. You know what I'm saying? And so you don't, and ever since then, everybody was like, oh shit, Kanye about to, that was the beginning of the Kanye rants.
What was the thing at the award show? Was that Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that was years
Yeah.
and years
Long.
later. But the whole thing when he was with Mike Myers on the Katrina situation. You know what I mean? With was it the Katrina situation? Am I correct? Where he did that whole little thing in his first real outburst that actually put Kanye into where he decided to use his platform to go ahead and make a public statement on one of the boldest public statements at that time. Bush don't care about black people, and then that's when he felt his power.
Yeah, that was
And
Katrina.
yeah, that's when he felt his power, and that was the start of what we call the Kanye rant. Because after that, he started saying whatever the fuck he wanted to say because so many people came for him, and he had to stand his own 2 feet and his own ground.
Facts.
So that's
I
where that came out from.
What I
I
was
even
thinking
remember.
is when Kim went there and held that meeting with Trump first, she wouldn't have put her foot under that table and rubbed his little PD and said, "Yeah, you're gonna give Kanye a meeting, huh? Yeah, you're gonna give him. Oh yeah, let me rub the nipples too, and I'll give him a meeting." And then weeks later, Kanye had a meeting with the president and the thing with the whole thing. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I mean, Kim, she pretty much just had to go ahead and get in there and actually talk. You know what I mean? Some sense. You know what I mean? Because if you're gonna, you know what I mean, you're cool with Kanye, but you have your representative that's gonna speak for you logically. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're gonna go ahead and hear something out from him. All right, let me hear you out. We are friends. We don't have nobody in our corner really. You know what I mean? No real celebrity in his corner at the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and he's all about image and how people sees him and who he's actually friends with. And to be honest with you, because Kanye was powerful as a powerful celebrity, and you have him rocking on your side, you know what I mean? You're gonna listen to his wife because Kanye is fighting hard for you. So you're gonna be like, all right, and I got a Kardashian and Kanye. Come on now, let me at least hear her out. And then when she start making certain sense, that's when you interject crazy ass Kanye. Even though I don't know why I keep giving Kanye a pass. I still rock with him though. But you know what I mean? You're gonna interject and let Kanye
Man,
be
you
your
ain't gotta get
spokesperson.
that nigga past. That nigga is in the future, nigga.
I like Kanye. I always like Kanye, man. I just, even when he does some bullheaded shit, I'm like, God damn,
Damn.
Kanye. But I'm still
I
gonna
mean,
rock
That
with
what
was
you.
a
has he
bar,
really
Rashawn.
done wrong?
Rashawn, that was a bar. Nigga, stop it. Damn.
Hey man,
All
I'm
right,
just
y'all.
saying, bro. Hey, look, Rico, what has that brother really did wrong? Like in retrospect, let's look at it.
I mean, some of the outbursts that he
Which
had that I
one? Tell
couldn't
me
rock with,
some. You might be right. You might be off.
man, there's so many of them. I can't even pick. All right, so the whole. All right.
I think Rundown want to close the
Oh, okay,
room.
hold on. We'll go ahead, rundown.
Yeah, we could do a continuation, man. I just wanted to create this space so that we can, put a little bit of narrative, our opinions on the matter, but just want to make sure everybody knows to follow the club. Make sure y'all hit that greenhouse at the top left called the Rundown. In 1 hour, we're going to do Murder Trivia Game Show. Jigsaw is going to make his way to Clubhouse, and if you know Jigsaw from the movie Saw, then you know Murder Trivia is going to be lit tonight. It's happening in 1 hour. Follow the club. Make sure you guys hit that bell for the event. It says Murder Trivia Game Show. But we're going to conclude this room, and see y'all in the hideout. See y'all in a few, all right?
Yes,
Appreciate y'all.
sir.
Shouts out Kanye West. Hopefully their marriage comes back, and it is a fairy tale that we all want to see. But bless y'all. I'll see y'all in an hour, y'all. Peace.
Yes, sir.